Hey everyone. Pete here. Have you ever looked up at the night sky? Have you seen the countless stars scattered like diamonds on velvet? Each one tells a story. Some stories are of immense distance and ancient light, but some stars whisper of things to come. The Bible, Yahweh's own word, speaks of such celestial signs. One such prophecy, a chilling yet fascinating one, is the prophecy of Wormwood. It's a name that sounds strange, perhaps even a little unsettling, and it should cause us to pause, to listen closely to what our Creator might be telling us through these ancient texts. This isn't about fear, dear friend, it's about understanding. It's about knowing that Yahweh in His infinite love has not left us in the dark. He has given us His word as a lamp to our feet and a light to our path. Within its sacred pages we find warnings, yes, but also incredible promises of hope and redemption. The story of Wormwood is part of a larger narrative, a grand tapestry woven by Yahweh Himself. Long ago, a shepherd named Amos was given a heavy message from Yahweh. It was a message for a people who had drifted far from their Elohim. Imagine Yahweh's heart, full of love for His chosen ones, yet seeing them turn away. Amos 5 begins with a lament, a song of sorrow. Fallen is virgin Israel, never to rise again. These are not words of anger, but of profound sadness. Yahweh saw His people chasing after empty idols, neglecting justice, and oppressing the poor. He longed for them to return, to come back to the source of true life and blessing. Seek me and live, He declared. It's such a simple invitation, yet so powerful. He wasn't asking for elaborate rituals or grand gestures. He was asking for their hearts. Seek Yahweh and live, or He will sweep through the house of Joseph like a fire. It will devour, and Bethel will have no one to quench it. This was a loving warning, a chance to avert disaster. The core of Yahweh's message through Amos was about righteousness and justice. Hate evil, love good, maintain justice in the courts. He implored. Yahweh's desire was, and always is, for His people to reflect His character. When Yahweh's loving calls for repentance are ignored, a different tone emerges in the prophetic message. The latter part of Amos 5 paints a somber picture of what happens when people persistently turn their backs on Yahweh. The prophet speaks of a day of Yahweh, a time many Israelites eagerly anticipated, believing it would be a day of victory and blessing for them. However, Amos delivered a startling correction to this popular misconception. He asked, "Why do you long for the day of Yahweh? That day will be darkness, not light." This was a shocking revelation for those who felt secure in their religious identity without genuine heart change. This day of Yahweh would not be one of celebration for the disobedient, but one of deep mourning and judgment. There will be wailing in all the streets and cries of anguish in every public square, Amos prophesied. The imagery is stark. It would be like a man fleeing from a lion only to meet a bear, or escaping into his house only to be bitten by a snake. There would be no escape from the consequences of their actions. Yahweh's patience, though vast, is not infinite when it comes to unrepentant sin and the rejection of His loving guidance. What Yahweh truly desired was a transformation that flowed from the inside out. But let justice roll on like a river, righteousness like a never-failing stream. Centuries after Amos, the Apostle John, exiled on the island of Patmos, received a series of breathtaking visions from Yeshua Himself. These visions, recorded in the book of Revelation, unveil future events, including profound judgments upon the earth. Among these is the prophecy of Wormwood. In Revelation chapter 8, John describes a sequence of trumpet judgments. When the third angel sounds his trumpet, something dramatic happens in the heavens. Then the third angel sounded his trumpet, and a great star, blazing like a torch, fell from heaven on a third of the rivers and on the springs of water. This star is given a name. The name of the star is Wormwood. A third of the waters turned bitter, and many people died from the waters that had become bitter. The name Wormwood itself is significant. In the Old Testament, wormwood is a plant known for its extreme bitterness. It's often used symbolically to represent sorrow, suffering, and divine judgment resulting from sin and apostasy. So, this star doesn't just fall, it brings a devastating consequence, turning vital water sources into poison. The impact described is catastrophic. Section 5, Celestial Signs, Apophis, and the Ancient Word. In our modern age of scientific discovery, we are more aware than ever of the objects that traverse our solar system. Among these are asteroids, remnants from the early formation of our planets. One such asteroid has garnered particular attention in recent years, Apophis. Discovered in 2004, Apophis, officially designated 99942 Apophis, caused a stir among scientists due to initial calculations suggesting a small but concerning probability of impacting Earth in the future. While further observations have largely ruled out an impact for its upcoming close approaches, its journey near our planet remains a point of interest and, for some, a point of prophetic speculation. The name Apophis itself is intriguing. It comes from the ancient Egyptian mythological figure Apep, a serpent deity who embodied chaos and darkness and was the enemy of Ra, the sun deity. This thematic connection to destruction and darkness resonates with the ominous nature of a potential celestial threat. Could such an object, a great star in ancient terms, be what John envisioned when he wrote about Wormwood? While the Bible doesn't name specific asteroids, it does speak of signs in the heavens and catastrophic events involving falling stars or celestial bodies. The prophecy of Wormwood describes a singular, impactful event. Many who study Bible prophecy look at objects like Apophis and wonder if they could be the physical means through which such prophecies are fulfilled. It's important to approach these connections with humility and caution, as Yahweh's ways are often beyond our full comprehension. Section 6. Unraveling Names, Apollo, Apollyon, and the Echo of Apophis. The study of names in Scripture and in related contexts can often reveal fascinating layers of meaning. We've mentioned Apophis, named after the Egyptian deity of chaos. Let's consider other names that echo through these prophetic discussions. In Revelation chapter 9, after the fifth trumpet sounds, a star falls from heaven to earth, given the key to the shaft of the abyss. From this abyss, locust-like creatures emerge, and their king is named. They had as king over them the angel of the abyss, whose name in Hebrew is Abaddon and in Greek is Apollyon, that is, destroyer. The name Apollyon, meaning destroyer, is strikingly similar in sound and destructive connotation to Apophis. Some researchers and students of prophecy have pointed out this linguistic resonance. Could there be a connection, even if indirect? The Greek deity Apollo, though often associated with light, music, and prophecy, also had a destructive aspect, sometimes linked to plagues and archery, shooting arrows of disease. While direct etymological links between Apophis, Apollyon, and Apollo might be debated by linguists, the thematic similarities related to destruction or powerful, potentially harmful entities are noted by those exploring these prophecies. The term star in ancient contexts could refer to various celestial phenomena, including angels or other powerful beings, not just literal astronomical bodies. Thus, the star called Wormwood, or the star that opens the abyss, could have multiple layers of interpretation, both literal and symbolic. Section 7, Marking the Calendar 2029, 2036, and Prophetic Anticipation. The asteroid Apophis has specific dates associated with its close approaches to Earth, most notably Friday, April 13th, 2029. On this day, Apophis is predicted to pass exceptionally close to our planet, within the orbits of our geostationary satellites, becoming visible to the naked eye in some parts of the world. This event is a significant astronomical occurrence, regardless of any prophetic interpretation. Scientists are eager to study Apophis during this flyby. While current calculations indicate it will miss Earth in 2029, and also in a subsequent close approach in 2036, these dates have captured the imagination of many who study Bible prophecy. The precision of these astronomical predictions stands in contrast to the biblical caution against date setting for prophetic events. Yahshua himself said, "But about that day or hour no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father." Therefore, it is unwise and unbiblical to definitively claim that Wormwood will strike on April 13th, 2029, or any other specific date tied to Apophis. However, the proximity of such a significant celestial event can serve as a powerful reminder, a sign of the times, prompting believers to be spiritually awake and prepared. The Bible does speak of seasons and times that believers should be able to discern. The close approach of a large asteroid named after a deity of chaos, occurring near significant religious observances, causes many to reflect. Could such an event be part of the birth pains Yeshua spoke of, events that precede the Great Tribulation and his ultimate return? Section 8, The Groaning Creation, Understanding Our Times as Birth Pains. Yahshua, when his disciples asked about the sign of his coming and the end of the age, spoke of a period of increasing turmoil. He described wars and rumors of wars, famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in various places. All these, he said, are the beginning of birth pains. The Apostle Paul echoes this sentiment in Romans 8:22, stating, "We know that the whole creation has been groaning as in the pains of childbirth, right up to the present time." This imagery of birth pains is crucial for understanding our current era and its relation to biblical prophecy. Birth pains are characterized by increasing intensity and frequency as the moment of birth approaches. They are not the birth itself, but they signal its imminent arrival. Many believers look at the world today, with its unprecedented global challenges, ecological crises, societal unrest, and the ever-present threat of widespread conflict, and see these signs intensifying. The prophecy of Wormwood, with its depiction of poisoned waters and widespread death, certainly fits the description of a severe birth pain, a cataclysmic event that could herald even greater tribulations to come. The concept of birth pains also carries an inherent element of hope. While painful, they lead to something new and wonderful, the birth of a child. In the prophetic context, these tribulations, as difficult as they may be, are not random acts of chaos. Section 9. Finding your anchor, hope, and preparation in Yahweh's Word. As we've journeyed through the prophecies of Amos and the chilling vision of Wormwood, as we've considered celestial signs like Apophis, it's natural to feel a sense of awe, perhaps even concern. But dear friend, the ultimate message of biblical prophecy is not one of fear, but of hope and a call to preparation. Yahweh, our loving Father, reveals these things not to terrify us, but to draw us closer to Himself. He wants us to be informed, to be watchful, and most importantly, to be found faithful when these events unfold and when His Son, Yeshua, returns. The Bible is your greatest resource, your anchor in these uncertain times. Delve into its pages. Read the words of the prophets. Study the teachings of Yeshua. Ask Yahweh to grant you wisdom and understanding. Don't rely solely on the interpretations of others, but seek Yahweh's truth for yourself. As you read, you will discover His unwavering love, His perfect justice, and His incredible plan of salvation. You will find promises of protection for those who trust in Him, and guidance for navigating the challenges that lie ahead. The Scriptures are a wellspring of life and peace. Preparation is not about building bunkers or hoarding supplies, though wisdom in practical matters is good. True preparation is spiritual. I pray that you can get a blessing out of this message. Yahweh bless you all. Shalom.